to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Allison the Comedian.
Good morning. Welcome to the More Laughing in the Morning Show. The only morning show where the jokes are free, the coffee is strong, and yes, we can tell if you don't like people. Come on now, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you do not like them folk, okay? Go ahead, keep it high. Don't lie, this is a safe space. Now, freeze. Aha, gotcha. You don't like people. Come on now. You don't like people. You already admitted to it, so tell me this. Why do you work in customer service? Be honest. Did they trick you? Did the job description say part-time cashier, no human interactions necessary, just vibes? Then why are you in the drive-thru throwing my fries out the window like you're mad at gravity? Look, I get it. I don't always like people either. That's why I picked a job where I could talk to a camera. So when I tell my corny joke and someone rolls their eyes, I don't even see it. It's just me, these lights, and my good side. Okay, well, my good side is debatable. Whatever, your mama don't got a good side. So why are you mad? Already? Come on now. You just got to work. What do you mean nobody better not talk to you? Ma'am, you're a nurse. Don't talk. Isn't that your goal, to keep people healthy and alive? Then why didn't you go work at a funeral home? I don't get it. Now, waitresses, come on. Come on to the front. Waiters, come on. When I ask, does this have meat in it? Please don't act like I just proposed to your ex. That's a legit question. You brought the menu. You are the guide. So come on now, be Dora at this dinner table and explore me through this please menu, all right? Ma'am, it's my first time here. Y'all be mad. I don't understand. Why are you mad at people when they come into the store at 9:50? Why? I understand the store closes at 10. I didn't break in. I walked in with a wallet. So if you're not a closer, then why didn't you put that on your resume? Looking for employment that ends emotionally at 9:45. Please breathe, smile, pretend, okay? You say it with me. I am an actress. Then go ahead and get yourself the Academy Award, because at this point, we need you to perform some customer service, okay? Since you're there, you might as well get something for it. But listen, before you have to do all of that and interact with people, I just want to let you know, this is an episode that will help you. Today's a feel-good one, all right, okay? I'm talking to folks who actually love what they do, like legit. They found their passion, they turned it into a career, and so today we are going to learn something. We're gonna get inspired, and don't worry, we'll keep it light, fun, and funny like always. Today is a special episode brought to you by the Fort Monroe Authority. So stay with us. We have a lot of conversations to share with you, good vibes, great guests, and no one is throwing the food. So you don't throw any food either, all right? There's more laughing and more inspiration after the break. Come on, y'all, let's wake up. Let's laugh.
This segment was brought to you by Larry W. Mitchell Lifestyle Photography.
From the first English settlement at Jamestown to the surrender of the British at Yorktown. From give me liberty or give me death to all men are created equal. From Washington and Jefferson to Madison and Mason. From Powhatan and Pocahontas to James Armistead Lafayette and Gowan Pamphlet. From the ideas that inspired it to the battlefields that decided it. There is simply no America without it. And no better time than now to reconnect with your country in the place that made it possible.
Welcome back, y'all. I am so excited. So my next guest is someone who we have been building in just a quick amount of time. This is like my brother, y'all. He is an ally. He is a creative. He is a professional. He is a fantastic leader. So y'all know he already hitting on all of the things. And this week coming up, there's a July 4th event at Fort Monroe, and where? The greatest city on the planet. And I have asked my brother to stop by and talk with us about all of the things that are happening, a little bit about Fort Monroe, about the fourth event, and just what you and I need to know, because we cool kids. We need to know. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aaron Whittington.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here, and I am so happy to be talking to you today about 4th at the Fort and whatever else might come up. So thank you so much for having me.
Yay. Well, welcome to the show. Good morning. I'm glad that you are here.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here too. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, I'm the one that's like first thing in the morning, but you know, we have to do this. And I am excited. I do want to start this conversation off by saying, Aaron, I have got to have you in studio. So I know that you're doing a lot and you are here saving the world and bringing history back one event at a time. So we'll let you slide this time, but next time I need you with me in the studio.
Absolutely. I'll be right there.
Okay, so can you do me a favor? Can you please, for like a level set, you know, because I myself, what I would like to do in this conversation, of course, I want to talk about the 4th of July, but I also want to talk about just Fort Monroe. Like, it's some really amazing stories, and you have just really inspired me to connect to what's going on and what has happened in the area and the community around me. And I think that people, even outside of Virginia, can really appreciate realizing like, no, it's people who are dedicated to whole parts of their city and community, to preserving the history, to telling these stories, to making sure that the people around the community know like, yo, this happened here. So with all of that, do me a favor and level set for us, Fort Monroe, who you are, what you all do, what it should mean to us, and then we can kind of go there and work our way to July 4th.
Okay. So technically I work for the Fort Monroe Authority. And we're a political subdivision of the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we are employed by the Commonwealth, but we're an authority, which is a little bit different from agencies or other departments. And we're not going to get into that. That's a whole rabbit hole we can go down. But it's our job basically to protect and preserve the property, tell the stories, and share this space with everyone, with the general public. Okay. And so Fort Monroe, for those of you who might not know, it's a former Army post, and it was an Army post for a long time. If I try and get that year right, I'm going to get in trouble with our museum team. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to say a long time. Okay. So, but before it was an Army post, there were always forts here from 1609 to today. There's been a fort here at Fort Monroe. Prior to 1607, so this is an important date. In 1607, John Smith landed here at Fort Monroe. Prior to that, this was the home of the indigenous people and the native people. And they would come to Fort Monroe, or not Fort Monroe at that time, and it wouldn't have been called Point Comfort at that time because nobody had shown up and given it a new name yet. So the indigenous people would come to this land, they would hunt, they would fish, they would gather, and it's been inhabited for thousands and thousands of years by the indigenous people. So the story starts there. It always starts with the indigenous and the native people. And then in 1607, Captain John Smith shows up. 2 years later, in 1609, the first fort was built here. And then we're going to fast forward a little bit. There's some important history in between there, but we want to get to some big history that's happened here. In 1619, the first Africans that were traded as property were brought here to Point Comfort, and that happened here. Very unfortunate, very rough circumstances, very sad circumstances. We commemorate that day every August. Every August 20th is African Landing Day, and we commemorate the 1619 African landing. If we want to fast forward another 200 years to 1861, we come to the opposite end of that history. And this happened right here at Fort Monroe too. And that was the first time that enslaved people weren't returned as property. So with all the Army history, you have the first landing of John Smith here. We have this huge African diaspora story that happened right here at this property, where you have within 300 yards of each other, the first place where Africans were traded for property is the first place they weren't returned as property. That's a huge story that's never been told. And so that's part of our job here at Fort Monroe now, is to share that history. And y'all need to come out. There's so much more to it. We can go on and on and on and on. We're building a memorial to the first African landing. So there's a lot of construction going on here right now. But
that's going on there. Okay.
yes, yeah, that's what all that construction is we're building a memorial. So come out, go to our museum, come to our visitor center, and engage with this history, and just enjoy the landscape too. It's a great place for just recreation on top of all the significant history. Come out, enjoy the beaches, enjoy walking, and do all those things. So yeah.
You did good. You passed. You passed the test. Some of the things, like when you talk about the story, because obviously it gets dark, right? Like our brothers and sisters that were Native Americans, that was first their land, and then it was not their land anymore. There's a dark moment there. And then how Africans got here is a dark moment. But one of the things that I love about Fort Monroe is how, and it just speaks to the leadership and the heart, how you all make sure that we are pointing to the triumph in the story, right? Like Native Americans and African Americans don't start and stop with the dark moments, but it's, wow, look at where we are now and where we're going. And also at the same time, not ignoring the history, because that is just such an insult too. So I love what you all are doing. And I'll tell you, I'm guilty of being from the area, right? And so as a native that is from Hampton, I very much so took for granted what was going around, because it was just kind of like natural. Like Fort Monroe for me as a child was where the military kids lived. Like that would have been how I answered the question.
Yeah, me too.
I had a couple of friends that was in the military, so you had to go to Fort Monroe. Like the conversations in the home would be, do you got your ID? Because you got to go through the gate. Like that was the extent of Fort Monroe. And when I moved in my big grown adult years, right before I turned 40, so I've been in Virginia all my life. I moved, and I had to go to South Carolina for people to say, I love where you're from. I love Virginia Beach. Oh, and Fort Monroe, I love what they're doing. We spent some time there, and I'm like, how you know? And so that made me come back with purpose to my hometown to find out about these treasures and these places where the stories are being told like that.
Yeah, and you're not alone. Like I talk to so many people who say, Fort Monroe, what is that? Where is that? And I'm like, when you're sitting on traffic on the HRBT trying to get to Norfolk, and right before you go through the tunnel, there's that big brick building on the left-hand side. They go, yeah, I always wonder what that was. I'm like, that's Fort Monroe. You need to stop in and see me sometime, and we could tell you all about it. So there are tons of people who don't know where Fort Monroe is or what it was, other than, some people know it was an Army post, and that's it.
Okay, so you got us together. All right, so good. So now we're here. We level set. Fort Monroe is 100% a treasure. It's a jewel. There's actually some incredible things to do. I'm going to come back to that. The first thing I want to talk about in regards to what to do are, like, you all put together some amazing events. You just came from, I know the events team will probably say we're just recovering from, but us in the community is like, we just had Juneteenth, right? This moment where, again, another rose and flower for you is like, you don't make it weird. Like the dark past was the dark past, but I say to my white brothers and sisters, y'all weren't there, right? And they like, no, I won't dare. So I'm like, okay, so we can all enjoy where we are now and not feel guilty. It shouldn't be a separated day. So I love how you all put together June 19th or Juneteenth, and now 4th of July, which is 4th at the fort. So y'all be getting me, tongue tied. Okay, I had braces, so sometimes I get a little caught up, my tongue. Tell us about that.
Okay, so we do all kinds of events. I mean, like just in June alone, we have had Clean the Bay Day, We've had a Remembrance Day. We've had Juneteenth. We do a concert every Thursday night. And yes, coming up next week is 4th of July, and we're going to do 4th at the Fort right here at Fort Monroe. And this year is super special. So we're partnering with the Virginia 250 Commission, and we are kicking off a year of events to celebrate and commemorate 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So this year at Fort Monroe is the official Commonwealth of Virginia 4th of July celebration. And we've got stuff going on all day long between us and our partners, which are the Virginia 250 Commission, the Hampton Convention and Visitor Bureau, the City of Hampton, the National Park Service, Fort Monroe Foundation, and the Fort Monroe Authority. We've got a whole day of stuff. So the day starts with an eagle staff raising, which is a traditional Native American. Here we go, back to the beginning. So we're going to start the day. We're going to give honor to our Native brothers and sisters and do an eagle staff raising. It's a traditional ceremony that they do. We're having a naturalization ceremony first thing in the morning. So we're going to welcome new citizens to this property in the shade of an oak tree that's been here 500 years and seen it all. We are going to have a ceremony that welcomes new citizens into the United States right here. Then we're going into a day of programming from 11 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm really excited about the programming that's taking place. We have family friendly, we have sensory friendly programming. So all the things, it's come as you are and engage on a level that you feel comfortable with. So we have a lot of people who don't enjoy going to fireworks displays on the 4th of July, but still want an opportunity to celebrate. So we've got low noise, so there's limited amplified sound. We've got touch experiences for children with touch sensitivity, so sand and water tables. We have art and engagement activities, so chalking the wall. We have a mural, a giant mural to color on. We've got ways for you to share your voice through a video diary where you can respond to a prompt that'll get played throughout the day. And then in the evening will be played up on the big screen, maybe if you're lucky enough to be in line when it pops up. And we have a wonderful, wonderful program. There's some other exhibits and stuff like that, but we've got this wonderful program that we've developed called Pathways of Freedom. And it's a fashion showcase mixed with some local voices. And we're going to talk about how our different aspects of our culture and our art influence and shape and are influenced and shaped by social justice and faith and the other parts of our world around us. And that's going to be an amazing conversation. I am so excited about that.
Okay, because like who you got moderating that?
You.
What?
Like I got you moderating that. Yeah. So I know that you're excited. We actually just the other day we had a conversation. We had a meeting, and coming out of that meeting, I was on this high. It was just so great because that's going to be just a fantastic part of this conversation. And again, it's an opportunity for people to engage on their level. So you can come and you can sit and listen, or if you feel comfortable, we want you to share your voice and tell us what you think about the conversation and contribute. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
The theme, right, is Pathways of Freedom.
Yes.
So can you talk about two things? Look, shout out to the people that's like me. First of all, they're real literal. So get down to the literal girlies and so unpack. Some people are like, okay, I got it, and moving on. Then you got the extras like, well, excuse me. So where is the comma and the semicolon? So what is freedom? What does this mean to you? Like, what's the foundation? And when I talk to the different people that are going to be participating, I'll know like your heart. What's freedom? What's pathways? How did that come together for you for this community conversation we're going to have this weekend?
So why don't you ask an easy question? Why you go? Why? I thought we were having fun.
We are, but you can't pull it out. Come on, Eric, because it's in there. I know it's only difficult because it's so much in your head, but not because you don't know.
It's so these are the ideas, right?
Yes.
So the idea is to generate a conversation where we can talk about and explore how and where social justice and faith interact with art and culture.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is that these different things, these 4 different topics, become our pathways of freedom. So our freedom comes out in the way we express it. Okay? So our expressions, whether it's art, whether that's visual art or singing or instrumental music or food or fashion or whatever art that you like, sculpting, our art comes from somewhere and is influenced by our culture. It's influenced by social justice. I know a lot of people who that like get fired up over social justice, and good for them, but it comes out in their art. People's faith, no matter what it is, or if they, don't, maybe they're not a believer in anything, and that's okay too. But all of these things shape each other. Our art and our culture can influence our social justice. And it might not even be about that. You might say, hey, Aaron, I'm not really an artist. My jam is numbers and money and helping people. So I want to empower people to be their best them through their financial situation or whatever it is. And that's how I help people. That's what we're talking about. It's not just about these 4 topics. These are the catalysts, right?
Yeah.
But it's what are your pathways of freedom? We're not limiting the conversation.
I know that I can't keep you hostage all day. You got a lot of stuff to do. Can I do a very quick lightning round? I got some questions that I want to ask you really quickly about Fort Monroe.
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right. So
lightning round. Let's see.
It's called lightning round. Yeah. Or I was like, did I say that right? Yes, it's the lightning round. You my first lightning round.
I got this.
I'm just saying, this talk show.
Are they true or false? Are they?
Oh no, no, they're not. Next time.
Okay.
So, top 3 most unexpected or interesting reasons people come to Fort Monroe.
Top 3 most unexpected or interesting reasons to come to Fort Monroe. So I've got to toss out the history. Lots of people come for the beach, so I'm not even going to mention the beach. I just mentioned the beach. But the history. So come to our museum, come to the Visitor and Education Center. That's where you're going to learn all the things. That's number 1, the Visitor Education Center and the museum. Number 2 are our restaurants. So we have a Firehouse Coffee. Does an amazing job. It's a wonderful little spot right here at Fort Monroe. The Dead Rise Seafood House right here on the water. Best view at sunset that you're ever going to find. The Ouzelfinch Craft Brewery is here. They do a great job. Again, another beautiful setting, and it's family friendly and pet friendly. And then, of course, the Paradise Ocean Club. Lots of people come out to the Paradise Ocean Club for the beach and the pool and that kind of stuff, but they do a great lunch. So
they do. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you did good. All right. So let's see. Best spot to catch a breeze and clear your mind. This is for me because I come to Fort Monroe to do this.
So the best place to catch a breeze is just sitting up on the boardwalk. Just go down, park by the beaches, walk up on the boardwalk, and just soak in the bay, soak in the breeze, soak in the water and the sand and all the things. And just take it in from there. That's the best spot.
All right, let me tell you where I go. So you know where our building is going to be for our camp?
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, we're having a youth camp with our production studio for 3 weeks this summer. We're going to make sure that the youth in our town can come in and have a talk show. They're going to do their own More Laughing in the Morning show, completely them, and another mini series hosted by some of our title sponsors, Fort Monroe. But okay, so you know where the building is, and that's usually how I get in. And like right across the street is the water, and there's like a little piece of a parking space.
Yeah.
That's
a spot to take it in for sure. And a lot of people do go right there. Yeah.
Aaron, I want to thank you for spending time with us this morning. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your leadership. You are the man for the job, and I'm so excited about what's going to continue to come out of Fort Monroe and out of my city, the greatest city on the planet.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And I thank you so much for our new friendship and what we got going on. And I love you, and I will see you again soon.
Yeah, same. I will see you again soon. Now, if you don't mind, please stick around because we dance. That's how we do right here. The More Laughing in the Morning family. We boogie a little bit from our theme song to celebrate. We're gonna have a good day, get that energy up. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere because we do need to cut to a quick break, but we're coming right back. But to bring this all in, if you are not from Hampton Roads, sucks to be you. No, I'm sorry. Hold on, wait. You didn't deserve that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do better. Hold on. If you're not from Hampton Roads, I encourage you to, check around the area that you're from and find that uniquely special area, because there are people like Aaron who are just really committed to preserving the history and all that our ancestors and those who came before us did, and understand our charge for moving forward. So I hope that you were inspired by today's conversation. But if you are from Hampton Roads, I'll see you at 4th and the Fort.
Come on.
I'll see you. Okay. All right. We'll be right back. This is More Laughing in the Morning Show. I'm Allison. Be right back.
All right, y'all. I think I have been inspired so much that I actually like humans today. How about you? Huh? Listen, we got this customer service stuff back on and popping. I'm excited about all the customer servicing that is going to happen today since we woke up in a good mood. I'm looking forward to seeing your smiling faces somewhere soon at a drive-through or a nursing home near you. Listen, I love my city. Shout out to everyone who joined the show, those guests today who chatted with us and talked about the intersection of art and entertainment and social justice and faith and all of the good things. I love you all, and I am excited to see you soon. I also love you, everybody who has been tuning in from wherever you are. Thank you so much for supporting our show. Feel free to add Hampton Roads to your travel list. If you are not from Virginia, our doors are open. Our community is buzzing with energy, from the historic walking tours at Fort Monroe to the vibrant new event center that Pharrell started. Listen, all kinds of exciting things are happening. DJ Envy is bringing his car show here, and so many more things are happening over the next few months, so tap in. For the rest of 2025, we are embracing life, laughter, and each other. Do you have an event coming up? Come on. Let me know. I'd be thrilled to share it. I am telling everybody about what's happening in Hampton Roads. We got a calendar full of exciting things happening. I'd love to see you there. I'd love to share your event. Check out our website. Stay updated on all of the events, how to connect with us, how to find out where I'll be hosting next. Pull up. And until next time, keep laughing, keep loving, and keep showing up. It's More Laughing in the Morning Show, baby. I am Allison the Comedian, and I will see you outside. Toodles.
See how this Virginia Natural Gas customer saved energy and money in her home. She insulated her hot water pipes.
And that's a wrap.
Then she changed her air filters.
And put more change in my pocket.
There's lots of ways to make your home more energy efficient. Take your free energy audit today at virginianaturalgas.com.